Okay, today we are diving into a really critical detail in strata law that can honestly make or break your case. It's called Regulation 34. Now, on the surface, it looks like a simple little procedural rule, but as you're about to see, ignoring this one little thing can have absolutely devastating consequences for your entire dispute. So picture this, right? You've got water just pouring through your ceiling from the unit upstairs. Or maybe a neighbor has suddenly decided to block your only way in and out. These are emergencies. You can't wait months for a hearing. You need help and you need it now. But what if I told you that a tiny administrative deadline, just 7 days, could get your whole urgent application thrown out before a judge even gets a chance to look at it? Well, that's exactly the hidden trap we're talking about today. Now, the legal tool you'd use for these situations is called an interlocutory order. The best way to think of it is like a legal first aid kit. It's a quick, temporary ruling from the Strata Management Tribunal designed to stop the immediate damage. To stop that leak, while everyone waits for the main case to play out. So, you've decided you absolutely need one of these urgent orders. Let's walk through how the whole process kicks off, starting with what happens at the tribunal itself. Your very first move is to file an application for that interlocutory order. And the specific document you gotta know is called Form 14. Seriously, remember that name, because that one form is what gets this whole urgent process rolling. Okay, so once you hand in that Form 14, the tribunal staff, the secretary, gets to work. They log it in their system, then they sign and stamp a bunch of copies. They'll keep 2 for their own records, but then comes the most important part. They hand all the other official sealed copies right back to you. The baton has just been passed. And look, this isn't just some internal guideline, it's spelled out directly in the law. Regulation 34, Subregulation 1 is super clear that these signed and sealed copies have to be returned to you, the applicant. And that single action is what starts the clock on your next very critical task. And now, everything shifts to you. You've got those sealed documents back from the tribunal, and this is what triggers what I like to call your critical 7-day mission. 7. That's the number. This is your entire window of opportunity. And it is so important to understand this is not 7 business days. We're talking 7 calendar days. Weekends, holidays, they all count. The moment those papers are in your hands, the countdown is on. So here's what you have to do. First, you get the official forms back. Then you have to serve them on the other parties. That's just the legal way of saying you have to formally deliver the documents to them. And the absolute key is that this entire delivery process has to be done and dusted within that super strict 7-day window. And you can see for yourself how mandatory this is. The regulation doesn't say you may or you should. It says the applicant shall serve the copies within 7 days. There's just no wiggle room here. It's a direct command. Okay, so it's a command. But what happens if you don't follow it? What if day 8 comes along and those documents still haven't been served? Well, the consequence is incredibly swift, and it is severe. The term you need to know is struck out. And this doesn't just mean your case gets delayed. Oh no, it means your application is completely thrown out, dismissed. It's basically the legal version of a game over screen. Your urgent request just, poof, disappears because of a paperwork mistake. I mean, just look at the 2 paths here. You meet the deadline, your case moves forward, the tribunal will listen to you, and you've got a shot at getting things fixed. You miss it, and your application is struck out. The tribunal won't even hear it. Your only option is to go all the way back to the beginning and file again, wasting so much precious time. And again, the law itself is just brutally clear about this. Subregulation 3 is short and to the point. The application shall be struck out. That's it. There are no ifs, ands, or buts, no extensions, no excuses. The outcome is totally automatic. So why does a tiny little rule like this matter so much? Let's boil this all down to the one key takeaway you absolutely need from this whole explainer. All right, these are the points you need to have locked in your brain. Form 14 is for real emergencies. That 7-day clock starts ticking the second you get those forms back. You have only 7 days, that's it, to get them served. And maybe the biggest lesson of all is this. In the eyes of the law, following the procedure is every bit as important as how strong your case is. Don't let a simple technicality torpedo your entire claim. So I'll just leave you with this thought. After all this stress and hard work of gathering your evidence and filing your case for a really urgent problem, Are you ready to handle the simple administrative steps that will decide if your case even gets to see the light of day or if it dies on day 8?